I'm not a very popular guy. For example, I don't even show up in my own dreams anymore. Which really sucks, because I just have like these awesome dreams. They're just filled with like sex and snowboarding and Thanksgivings. Sometimes if I'm lucky, all three. I feel like as soon as I fall asleep though, like I'll try to get into my dreams. Like as soon as I go to bed, my brain will hold auditions for the role of Tim Vargulish. And I just keep losing out to like Jake Gyllenhaal or Harold Nakamura. I've been thinking that I need to get into shape, and I came to this realization like a couple of weeks ago when I had the fattest thought of my entire life. I was driving home and I was hungry, and in my head I was like, man, I have been eating way too much McDonald's lately. I should really get some Burger King and mix things up. That is bad. I've just been making like a ton of like bad choices lately. Like a couple of weeks ago, I gave myself a haircut, which is like, if you ever like have that idea, like, oh, maybe I should give myself a haircut and save $7, like, don't do it. That's not the right way to think. But even worse was my reasoning for it, because I really like that movie Scott Pilgrim, and in that movie, the main character cuts his own hair. So I was like, yeah, if Scott Pilgrim does it, I can probably do it. If that fictional character can do that thing, I can probably do it. So I started to give myself a haircut, and here's what they don't tell you about cutting hair. It is fun. Like, once I started, I didn't want to stop. I was like, ooh, clump hair, clump hair. Like, I have a newfound level of respect for the restraint that barbers show their job every day. And then, like, I had this trash can that just started filling up with hair, and then all I kept thinking about was, like, I really want to fill this trash can up with hair. I don't even know what I was going to do with it, just, like, show up at my ex-girlfriend's house, like, I got this trash can full of hair now, Does your new boyfriend have a trash can full of hair? I don't really have an ending for that joke yet, so I'll just tell you what really happened. I had this really like bad haircut for one day, and I felt really insecure about the whole day, and I did a show that night. And first thing that happened is like when I got on stage, I took off my hat, and I was like, oh, I got this haircut, and like the lady right in the front row, as soon as she saw it, went, oh, it's awful. So the next day I just had my brother buzz it into this thing before you. So there you go, that's a haircut story. Some advice for you guys. Mentioned an ex-girlfriend. I was going out with this girl last year for a while, which is really fun at the time. It was a good relationship. I found that I had a lot of your typical relationship problems, only because of me being who I am. They're a lot nerdier than most people's. Like, I had never accidentally called my girlfriend by an ex-girlfriend's name, but I had accidentally called her other things that I liked. So she'd be like, I love you. Like, I love you too, Hellboy. I mean pizza. I mean Lisa. We got each other into a lot of things. Like, she got me into camping, and I got her into horror movies, mostly about couples getting murdered while camping. So she ended up dumping me, which, yeah, it's alright. Like, at the time, you know, I was sad about it, but it's been a while, so I'm not sad about it anymore. But, like, at the time, though, I was just devastated. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. It's one of those things where just, like, everything would remind me of her. I was sitting at home, my mom, like, came in my room, she's like, hey, I made chicken legs for dinner. I was like, ah, she had legs. Like, well, I'll just walk into the kitchen and make something else. I was like, ah, she walked. She walked all the time with her legs. My mom was like, well, I just don't know what to say. I was like, ah, that's what she said when I begged her not to go. Retrospect, I think it's very insensitive of my mom to keep bringing that stuff up. I don't know if I have a type with women, but every girl I've gone out with has dumped me. So, we got that in common. But I think that's enough out of me, guys. So thank you very much.